Protesters have flooded the streets demanding justice and reform after a 22-year-old woman, Mahsa Amini, died in custody after being arrested for allegedly wearing her hijab too loosely. Let's go to Vienna and join our chief reporter, Kaveh Solhekol, who joins me now. Nice to see you, Kaveh. Just tell us what is happening there right now.
Well, look, Mike, this is a very bizarre situation because just to my right, the Iran national team, who are the highest ranked team in Asia, playing Senegal, who are the champions of Africa. But as you can see, I am basically in an empty stadium. There are a few people inside this ground, including the England manager Gareth Southgate, a few football agents, a few football scouts, but no supporters, despite the fact that many Iranians live in Austria, also many Senegalese people live in Austria. They are not allowed inside this game. Why is that? Because the rights to this game are held by the Iranian Football Federation, and they've decided they don't want any supporters inside this ground. This game is being shown live in Iran. They don't want anybody in Iran to see demonstrations or protesters inside the stadium. Now, that hasn't stopped some Iranians from coming to this ground and protesting outside the ground. What they're trying to do is chant. I think you can hear some of the noises behind me as well. Chant as much as they can, as loudly as they can, so their voices are heard on the live broadcast of this game that is being shown in Iran. I've actually been speaking to a couple of people in Iran who've told me that the TV stations in Iran have cut the audio so that you cannot hear these chants from the protesters who are outside the stadium. Now, before the game started, we were outside the ground, we were speaking to those protesters, and a few of them explained to me what they thought of the decision by the Iranian Football Federation, also backed by the Austrian authorities, not to let them inside this ground.
We all have the duty to show presence and share our passion for our women in Iran. Also to make a statement that such things should stop finally after 44 years.
We are against the dictatorship that is going on in Iran right now, and we want all people in the world to know that we are peaceful people, and we want to demonstrate this for them.
So, Kaveh, those protesters couldn't get inside the stadium. You mentioned that Gareth Southgate is inside. Any problems for the England manager to get in?
It was quite a surreal situation, actually, because Gareth Southgate had to kind of swerve those protesters when he arrived at the stadium, and he had a little bit of trouble getting into the ground. I think one of the stewards who was checking his tickets didn't quite realise that he was dealing with the England manager. But the good news, as far as Gareth Southgate and his assistant Steve Holland are concerned, is that they did get inside the ground. They are watching this game. The game at the moment is 1-1. Sardar Azmoun, the Iranian striker, equalised. Very, very strong Senegal side as well. Players like Idrissa Gueye, Sadio Mane, Kalidou Koulibaly playing for them. But of course, Gareth Southgate is here to watch Iran, England's first opponents at the World Cup in about 2 months' time. Interestingly, of course, Iran have never played England before. I know there's lots of issues between the UK government and the Iranian government, but I want to make it clear there are no issues between the Iranian people and the English government, the UK government, or anybody in England. People in Iran absolutely love English football. More people watch Premier League in Iran than they watch their own football. So I know in the next couple of weeks and months we're going to be reading a lot about the disputes between the two countries, the problems between the two countries. But as far as the people of Iran are concerned, they have absolutely no issue with England, the United Kingdom, or the United States, another one of the teams who are in their group at the World Cup. I'll just finish off by saying one thing that I did notice during this game here in Vienna is that there is a female assistant referee. Now, to you and I, Mike, that is no big deal. Why should there not be a female assistant referee? But of course, in Iran, women have very, very few rights. In the past, when there have been assistant female referees at games that have been shown in Iran, the directors have tried to cut away from the pictures of the female assistant referees. But very, very good to see here today. There is a female assistant referee. Just a really big, big shame that there are no supporters allowed inside the ground.
Absolutely. Kaveh Solhekol, our chief reporter, live from Vienna. Thank you. Kaveh, thank you very much.